Hey everybody, and welcome back. Well, today I have a very special video. It is a collab between a new friend of mine. He is only a really small channel, he's just starting out, he's only got 3 subscribers, I am one of which. However, please jump over and give this guy some love. His name's Wayne Smiles. On Twitter he is Wayne the Pain. He's absolutely fantastic. If you follow me on Twitter, you can go into who I follow and you'll find him. He's really funny, he's really clever, and I quite like him. So, without further ado, this is the video between Wayne and I. And we're talking to my favourite person at this moment in time, Riley J. Dennis. So, let's dive right in, shall we?
Date someone who's trans? Would you date someone who's black? Would you date someone who's fat? Would you date someone who's disabled?
Would I date someone who's trans, black, fat, or disabled? That's really weird. This is actually some really weird questions to open up with. Isn't that right, Alexander?
Yes, it is right. But then again, Riley is a weird fuck anyway. But no, you're absolutely right. Riley is a strange question to start anything off with, to be quite honest. Would you date trans? Would you date black? Would you date fat? Would you date disabled? Well, no, yes, yes, yes. I'm not homosexual, so I am not attracted to the same sex as if a trans female still started off as male. They don't have reproductive organs, they can't provide me with children, so no.
The first one, trans. That's weird. It sounds to me like the reason you made this video, and you say, would you date someone who's trans? And like, I'm imagining you couldn't find a dick to bounce on. Like, imagining you were having a hard time going to a gay bar and finding a gay man that was into men that looked like women. And so you're complaining on the internet in this video, would you date someone who's trans? And these are way too vague to actually, like, these are way too vague of questions. Isn't that right, Alexander?
You're absolutely right, my man. It is. It's just wild, the fact that Riley always does this, man. She always leaves things wide open, right, for fucking interpretation. And she does this for a purpose, or he does this for a purpose, however you want to describe them. They do this for a purpose, right? And the whole purpose is to mislead and to sell you a story that isn't 100% accurate. That's just how it is, man. Yeah, totally.
Like, oh, would you date someone who's black? I'm sure, like, actual racists wouldn't, but yeah, usually this wouldn't be the deciding factor. Are you black? Are you fat? Like, can you fit through the door? Like, how fat? Like, there's chubby, there's fucking ginormous, like morbidly obese. Cut that off the list right there. Not dating that.
Now, honestly, I don't know what your answer is to those questions, but I've met a surprising number of people who would say no to all, or at least some of them. Their argument is that
is 2 or 3 people a surprising number?
It's just a preference, and that you can't control who you're attracted to. I think most of the time that this is brought up, it's in regards to race.
I think you're talking shit, Riley. To be quite honest, you've always talked shit as far as I'm concerned. You have the innate ability to piss people off without trying, right? You just turning around and mentioning that if you don't want to date certain genders or certain our dating preferences are bigoted, because that was the original title of this thing, and I'm going to put that up now, right? There it is, right? So Riley turned around and said that that she's never once said transphobe. If you date trans, your preferences are bigoted. She turned around on Twitter and said she never said that. Well, there's proof that she did. So Riley's a liar. So why would anybody fucking listen to anything this fucking half-witted, cunt-faced, ball-bag sucking piece of shit has to say?
I'll link to a couple really good videos in the description about racial dating preferences, but in this video, I want to talk about our other biases. Let's start with trans people. Would you date a trans person, honestly? Think about it for a second. Okay, got your answer?
Do we need an actual second? That's all we get to think about it. This weird question.
Well, if you said no, I'm sorry, but that's pretty discriminatory. Now, don't get me wrong.
It's discriminatory that we don't want to fuck. We don't want to fuck a trans person. We don't go out and date people so we can have interesting conversations only. Like, we may have a few interesting conversations, but we also want to get in the bedroom, usually. It's usually not just, oh yeah, let's have a cup of tea. Then you're just fucking sipping tea all the time. Oh, this is nice, isn't it? Oh yeah, I kind of like do something naughty. No, don't be naughty. We'll sit here and drink tea, no sex. Like, imagine that. It's gonna come down to what's in your pants. Alright? If you're weird and you need to say, I don't identify as a man, it's like, you're gonna put stress on your partner because they need to identify you in some way. Isn't that right, Alexander? You need to identify this person in some way. Any kind of mate.
Yeah, man, you're absolutely right. You need to sort of like let that shit out right at the beginning, because no offence to anybody who is trans, but if I started going out with a lassie who turned round 6 months in and said they originally started life out as a man, I'd probably punch them in the face really fucking hard. Probably more than once for lying to me and making me have sex with somebody who I don't want to because we don't have a sexual preference for men. I am a heterosexual male. I'm pretty sure Wayne himself is a heterosexual male. He may not be, but he sounds like he is. And to be quite honest, he makes fucking a lot of valid points here.
I'm not saying you're a horrible person who hates trans people. There was probably a time in my life when I said I wouldn't date a trans person. But since then, I've thought critically about it and changed my mind. I could sit here and show you photos of conventionally attractive trans people.
That'd be really creepy. That'd be really creepy if you started showing us pictures of people you thought were attractive. Like, how do we know these people are even going to be clothed? Like, Alexander, does this seem like a creepy question to you?
Man, a lot of things that comes out of Riley's mouth seems fucking creepy to me, I'm telling you. Oh god, Riley's a fucking idiot. I'm sorry, just there's no many ways to say you're talking shit, you know what I mean? There's only so many ways we can say to Riley you're talking absolute shit before it starts to come back and we start repeating ourselves in a vicious cycle. So, you're right, man, I think a lot of things that comes out of Riley's mouth, bollocks.
Alright. I'm imagining this person would just show us a bunch of fucking she-males from Pornhub.
See, that would be fucking really fitting, except if Riley doesn't dictate himself as a fucking transgender lesbian. Which is, right, Wayne, I'm going to ask you this, mate, right? Okay, now you don't have to answer, and I probably won't answer, you probably won't, but I think Riley's at it with most things, right? So, I don't believe a word that comes out of fucking this gimp's mouth. Man, if you want to listen to them continually, be my fucking guest, but I personally think Riley's an idiot.
Definitely trans people who you would never know are trans unless they told you, because they pass for cis. And that might convince some of you. But I think arguing that you would only like a trans person if you didn't know they were trans is a poor argument. I think you could be a...
What the fuck? But that isn't a poor argument. If a person needs to identify them as a certain gender, it would be weird if they were clearly a man and they wanted you to refer to them as a woman. That'd be really weird. I don't care if you think I'm discriminating against anyone. This is just weird. Because no matter what you do to your body, no matter how badly you mutilate your genitalia, you will not be the opposite sex. You will not pop out a baby. You, sir, no matter what you do to your genitals, you will never pop out a baby. You are a man. You will not be popping out any babies out of your gash. Your man gash, which is mutilated what used to be man parts. So it's so disgusting. Isn't that right, Alexander? Or am I a dick?
It is absolutely right, my friend, and I'm telling you, there's no way Riley's got the fucking testicular fortitude to go through with a full gender reassignment surgery. But if he has even attempted it, good luck to you, mate. Honestly, if you want to make, I mean, I'll call you a fucking woman if you want me to, but it doesn't mean you're going to be a woman, Because Wayne's absolutely right. You will not pop a fucking Wayne out your vag ever. Right? You don't have a womb, you don't have ovaries. And that is a big fucking no-no when it comes down to dating. Because most men, perhaps 96% of men, would like the ability to pass on their genes and have children with their prospective partners. However, because transgender women don't have that reproductive capability, they're not a viable partner for any straight heterosexual man who would like to have children. So Riley, shut the fuck up, you cunt-faced dickhead.
Attracted to any trans person, whether they pass or not. I think the main concern that people have in regards to dating a trans person is that they won't have the genitals that they expect. Because we associate penises with men and vaginas with women, some people think they could never date a trans man.
Well, what if this person is performing the ordinary act? You know, what if their mindset is the ordinary mindset where they want to breed? Because we are mammals and we're set to where we want to breed, we want to reproduce. Alright, naturally we want to reproduce, so we want to find someone of the opposite sex with the genitals they were born with, and we want to breed with them. We want these genitals to be fully functional. Isn't that right, Alexander? Some of us want kids and grandkids.
Yes, you're absolutely right, my man. You're absolutely 100% right there. There's no if, buts, or maybes about it. You're bang on the money. And I don't have to say anything else.
With a vagina or a trans woman with a penis. But I think that people are more than their genitals. I think that you could feel attraction to someone without knowing what's between their legs. And if
you probably could. If it was the internet. It happens all the time. Just go online and play some video games. Just start talking to people. Yeah, just play RuneScape. You ever seen those people who pretend that they're a girl on RuneScape? Then all of a sudden it's a man. Yeah. It's like Alexander, have you ever played RuneScape? Never mind, it's a dumb question.
Well, no, actually, there's no such thing as a dumb question, Wayne. However, no, I've never played RuneScape. I'm not an online gamer. My gaming experience is limited to PS2, Xbox One, Gears of War. Right, PS2, all the games of PS2, Xbox and Xbox 360 and Xbox One, and it's been mostly Gears of War since the Xbox, to be quite honest. No, I'm not a role-playing gamer, online gamer that way, no.
If you were to say that you're only attracted to people with vaginas or people with penises, it really feels like you're reducing people just to their
Now you're an idiot. You're an idiot. This guy's a fucking... Look at that fucking smirk. Ugh. This guy, alright. This guy's sitting here trying to tell us that we can't discriminate on what's between someone's legs when it comes to what we want to have sex with. That's the whole point of dating, trying to get to know this person. You're screening them to make sure they're safe to get in bed with, to make sure that you're compatible with them. You're looking for someone to fuck. You're not looking for someone to have an interesting talk with only. Like, this guy. My lord. Tell me if I'm being a dick, Alexander.
You're not being a dick, you're being bang on the money. This guy is a fucking idiot. Now, I don't know about you, Wayne, but this is where I think we're going to leave this off. It's already quite a long video as it is. But, man, thank you very much for coming onto the channel. Thanks for doing this with me. Ladies and gentlemen, go check out Wayne Smiles. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. If you, well, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this video, please hit like. If you want to subscribe to this video, hit subscribe. And please, 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 by all means, leave a comment for us. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Alexander Kingsfallen, and I'll see you in the next one.